Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ricky with the Learn Plan Profit. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing day. And as of right now, on how this Friday is starting out, we're definitely starting it on a green note. I called out a swing trade that I ended up taking. I'm going to show you guys that swing trade. I think I'm up a little bit over $500. I'm going to show it to you guys. I'm going to show you guys my profits. But then I'm not going to focus on the profits anymore. I really want to just focus on the patterns. So I hope that we can end, this week on a green note and make sure that we continue to stay on track, for the overall month and next month as well. So I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. Let's keep it simple. Let's focus on that quality and let's make that money. So let's go ahead and go here. Hope that you guys can see it all okay. As of right now, so 249 is the bid, 250 is the ask. If I'm not mistaken, $495 is what it's up as of right now. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. As you guys can see, it's still holding above. I'm going to push this down real quick. I have one of my orders ready. We got a nice little push during aftermarket hours. Again, how did we expect this push? Looking at the 20-day 1-hour analysis, very simple. The low points and the high points, I called it out yesterday as in it pushed up to about highs of 250, let's say, and then it got rejected, and it kind of just sold off kind of for the remainder of the day. It still had quite a bit of a margin to recover, and the thing that I found to be very attractive was that /NG, which is something that I've been trying to study, for the past 24 hours. Has still been getting rejected by this 180-day EMA. For all those that saw my post yesterday, I tagged everyone if I'm not mistaken. When it comes down to the overall just position or sell-off that natural gas was having. So when natural gas sells off, obviously DGAS gets rejected, right? And we're going to test that right now. So right now DGAS is pushing up or pushing down because /NG is pushing up, right? So now UGAS is trying to recover. We'll see if the recovery is actually going to happen. We can get a little bit closer and see if it's going to end up getting rejected. So it actually just broke above the middle VWAP, which is something that it was not doing last time. So if it continues to recover and show signs of an uptrend, I'm just going to lock in profits for DGAS. But if it ends up showing signs of a rejection, which it should at around this price point of 2.35, no, and it's pushing up, and there it goes. It's starting to sell off, and it's right back at where it was yesterday. So I just want to make sure that I don't force an early exit. So I should probably have you guys. Sorry about that. What's up? Yep, there it goes. It's definitely pushing up. As we can see, DGAS is selling off as of right now. Wow. Okay. It definitely now looks way on the overbought side. Here comes a sell-off. Here it goes. And we might expect a bounce right or near the EMA indicator or the middle VWAP if it bounces. So let's make sure that we take that into consideration. Congrats, Austin. Super happy to hear that. Yeah, I did see that. Okay, 1 minute after the market open. Okay, so yeah, definitely makes sense. And if we could see, again, I'm just trying to be a little bit more patient. We could see that it's still showing signs of a descending pattern, 20-day 1-hour. Still showing signs of a descending pattern. Yes, it did break above, and it can potentially try to reverse. But overall, it is showing signs of a descending pattern. So, no, and it's showing signs of a potential recovery. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like the ideal exit for degas was during pre-market hours. Um, and I definitely did see that. It's just when was it? 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and then it peaked out. Yeah. So okay, there it goes. It's trying to recover. So right now we are trading in between the middle and bottom VWAP. Definitely something that you want to take into consideration. Let's take a look on what ends up happening. Billy the Kid, someone didn't get much sleep last night. Um, I fell asleep at like 2 o'clock, but it was 100% worth it because I was watching a documentary. It's called The Making of Warren Buffett. Super good. It was well worth it. Learned a lot. For those that aren't familiar with what it is that I do, like for fun, if I usually watch something, that's usually what I do for fun. I usually watch documentaries on startups or on people that I look up to, and how they got started. Yep, HBO, I believe. It's like $2.99 or something like that. I know I don't necessarily like paying for movies and stuff like that, but it was it was good. All right, spit. Oh, there it goes. It's getting rejected again. Dang it. Dude, Chris, I love that. Small position, but pulled in $100. Nice, I like that. WTI should have pushed up. Yeah, I saw /CI push up as well, so that was in that favor. On. Look at this candle right here. There. We should be at 40. No. You don't need to fund it anything. You just have to go ahead and call TD Ameritrade and maybe open a real account. And if you want, you can try to fund it, but it's not required. But if you don't mind having a real account and having the paper trading account, just to have access to real time quotes, I think like you could fund it like $1,000, and you don't have to invest it. You just have to have it there. Eeyore. He has cracked me up. Here comes the roast, right? There it goes. WTI trying to recover. When did I get into DGAS? I got into DGAS yesterday at 22.16. I called it out for all those that were still part of that were still live in LPP in the LPP chat. I understand that a lot of you guys. Oh, WTI. I know some of you guys get really busy during the later hours. Sometimes you can't join, but I totally understand. Ooh, that's in favor of WTI and FRAC. Those should both be up. Yeah, called it. Dang. Oh my god. Starting to consolidate. Set the alert. And again, you guys will become more familiar with these patterns and with what commodities affect what stocks. As you guys can see, FRAC and WTI are not ETFs. They're stocks, right? But they're based on a certain commodity, and that's oil. Yeah, what I'm seeing right now happen with DGAS is this resistance right around the middle VWAP. So what I'm going to do is, and again, the reason that I just don't want to do it is due to the ability that I know a lot of people that don't have or are not under the PD2 rule can't do it. But pretty much what I'm going to do is because it's consolidating around this area, I'm going to lock in profits on DGAS. And then if it breaks above the middle VWAP and continues to uptrend, I'll jump back in. So, yeah, let's see. It's not breaking its support. As you can see, it's just consolidating right around 2.931. It's not breaking the support. It's not making lower lows or anything like that. So, there it goes. Push down. Of course, right as I'm about to sell. $400 flat. Set those alerts. All right. So it's sold. Oh my gosh. Of course. I'm just gonna wait more for a confirmation, but yeah. Of course, that when I sell, it pushes up. Yep, I definitely do like it. Junie, why are you loving life right now? What's going on? Oh my god, Louie, you crack me up. I'm really happy to hear that. Yeah, it's definitely not luck that I have within the market. It's more understanding the patterns, and as you guys know, oh, there it is. Gee willikers. Shoot. Super happy to hear that, Judy. All right. Of course. Of course. All right. I'm sorry. I'm not talking. And I know I usually um yeah, I apologize that I haven't been commentating too much. Uh I like that. Congrats. WTI at resistance, just a friendly reminder that it's not a bad idea to cover profits. You guys could see the double resistance, the double top. And if we go just based on a 5-day analysis, you could see kind of more of the highs and the lows, right? Very easy to see that. Yes, it's still actively trending up. Yes, it could still continue. It's up to you. Okay. I didn't get filled. How many am I missing? Oh, about like 7. It's fine. Here goes. Boom. Super happy to hear that. Thank you again, Sabrina. The reason that I would buy DGAS instead of UGAS right now, when it's close to the resistance, is yes, I do understand that, but as I'm focusing on a day trade now, not as a swing trade. So this is actually a really good question. I've been focusing on. Let me grab the front door. So when it comes down to um, my position on DGAS in the past couple of days, it's definitely been more at the support area, and it's been showing more signs of an uptrend pattern, right? We can look at the simple 20-day analysis and see that, right here is pushing up. It's still showing signs of an uptrend. The EMA line is still pointing up. But now that we're more than 75% up to its resistance, and we already got super close to the resistance, it doesn't always have to hit highs of $23. Like today we hit highs. So WTI just broke above 734, just a friendly reminder. But yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to hit highs of $23 again, or hit highs of 23.20 or whatever that is, right? But now that I know that, okay, first, today's Friday, right? It's more at the resistance, and just being realistic with myself, it's kind of like, okay, today's kind of like the last day. There might be 2 days left, right? There might be another day where it kind of consolidates as it pulls back and then tries to recover again, kind of like it did last time. It does this pretty often. we can go back to previous patterns like how it does this and stuff. But realistically, we're at a resistance, and there's still, although it sells off, there's still margin for it to come back and recover intraday. So I still think it has about 1 day left of trade potential. And then now that we're so close to the resistance, I do agree, but I'm treating all this as a day trade. So I'm trying to explain to you why I'm treating this as a day trade and no longer as a swing trade. So I hope that makes sense. Like, yes, DGAS can continue to uptrend and stuff like that, but just based on previous patterns, it would make more sense on why, it would peak out at around, $23 around there, right? What do you think about UGAS as a swing trade? There's no confirmation of a reversal. We could see that UGAS, again, when it gets closer, right now it's around $65. That's not a very low point for UGAS. Like, yes, 100%, I do think that even if you do get in at $65, like, it will recover, right? And UGAS is the one that's more bullish, right? So if we look at this, is this the 20-day 1 hour? Yeah. Like, it will eventually recover and hit highs of like 68 to 70. It's just a matter of time. But as of right now, I see more value in a potential sell-off and trying to get closer to the $3 to $62 price point for something like UGAS, rather than trying to get in right now and hope that it reverses now. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So I'm going to set my alert here. And looking at it intraday, I'm going to try to look for, okay, so that's why we're getting a lot of resistance. We were right around the middle view up, and we just broke that support. So as long as we continue breaking the support, then we should still continue to see it bleed, which will be in our favor, right? And then I'm just going to confirm this with natural gas. Yep, there we go. Still showing signs of a sell-off. Overall support around this 2.925. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Nice little push up. This is exactly what we wanted. Up $560, $160 on the new position, right? There we go. 200. 650. It's definitely pushing up. Let's look again for a potential support. Still margin for sell-off, right? Still a little bit more margin left. Yeah, it can sell off here and it can recover. So it's up to you. Again, there's never a bad time. Like, no one goes broke by covering profits. So let's just remember that. So if you want to cover profits, all power to you. There we go. Hey, Howard. Thank you again for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. Here we go. We're making highs. Can we break and make higher highs? Is my position ready to sell? No. So a slight little resistance here at 22.29. See, there we go. 680, 675. All right, sweet. What's going on, Matt? Thanks again for tuning in. There we go. There we go. Resistance broken. We're getting a pretty strong resistance here. We might get a pullback. Yeah, there's the MACD bar, confirmation. Do you guys see this? Let's see. Did you guys see how it was really, I mean, it obviously showed a strong push, right? It was flatlining, and then we got the MACD bar. Do you guys see the potential indication of a resistance? It doesn't always mean 100% that it's going to peak out, but it just means that it can. So there it goes. Nice little push up. All right, and as we get closer to the resistance, this is where I'm going to sell. Oh, here we go. I'm going to exit here. We're definitely reaching more of a resistance, and I know that it can continue to rally, but I again have to respect that we're at a resistance and that I can't be getting greedy. So there we go. Volume picking up, and if there's a push and if there's a break, I'm out skis. No, it looks like that resistance is still there. Okay. There we go. Broken. I'm out. All right. $830. Oh, that was fun. Ooh. 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 I like that. And what? It's gonna go up. Like, knowing my luck, it's gonna go up to probably $23. 100%. I have to understand that big picture. That is okay. The reason why is because I know that I'm selling at a resistance. It makes sense to me. There's a reason for why it is that I sold. Easiest way to put it. Now, the margin to up to 23 is about 1%, a little bit less than 1%. And I get that, but it's just there's a reason for why I sold, and that reason makes sense to me on why I exited that position, right? It's kind of like when I buy and resell cars, more of a tangible like understanding of how to buy and resell things, right? So if I have like my iPhone right here, and I know that they sell for like $500 to $550, but I really want to get rid of it, and I bought it for $300, and I want to make a profit off of it. Yes, I can try to sell it for $550, but I know $500 is still very close to what the top dollar is, and I'm okay with just getting rid of it. I know someone can potentially make a little bit more if they want to resell that, but that margin is just the opportunity cost just might not even be there, right? So yeah. Sold DGAS 9.6%. My guy Chad, what's up? What's up? Super happy to hear that. Super happy to hear that. I'm down to do a couple call outs. Let's do it. I think I'm done trading as of right now. sell-off on both WTI and FRAC /CL. We should be able to see that it had a little bit of sell-off as well. There we go, showing signs of it being overextended. If we start to show signs of a recovery, then maybe WTI can show some signs of potential. Not huge margins, and it's definitely more on the overextended side. So, yeah. Yeah, let's. I have my alert set, so. Okay. So thank you guys again for tuning in to that live. Hopefully you guys found that to be somewhat interesting. Just setting alerts that are relevant to me, right? PSTG by Fat New In. Okay. Let's see. So intraday, showing signs of an uptrend pattern. How do I know that? In between the middle and top VWAP, I find that to be very attractive. So it's selling off right now. Perfect. Potential bounce at around the middle VWAP. Again, let's wait for the confirmation. How do we know? When it sells off, when it flatlines, stops making lower lows, and then when it starts to push up and catches up with the EMA line. Very easy to identify that. That's for day trade, for swing trade potential. Wow, I love that. Ascending uptrend pattern. We have to add this one to our list. Do I have this under? Do I even have this? I have to have this one. I don't. So PSTG. Amazing call out. Thank you for the friendly reminder. It's actively trading up above the EMA line, showing signs of an uptrend pattern. It definitely does have margin to cover. Based on previous highs, it would make sense on to cover about like a little bit over 7%. And yeah, I love it. The MACD indicator is coming back in. So is the RSI. Beautiful, beautiful. This has to be a really great call out. Thank you again for everything it is that you do. LABU, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's trying to bounce, right? So LABD is the one that's like the very aggressive sell-off, right? Okay, perfect. That makes sense on why that's selling off. LABU. Thank you guys for being so patient with this one. It's selling off. Still no confirmation of a full-on uptrend. I'm going to be a little bit more patient and wait for a little bit more of a reversal. As you guys can see multiple times, it's tried to reverse and then gets rejected. I would hate for you guys to get stuck in this rejection and buying at the very peak. So let's be patient and wait for that overall reversal. Thank you again for the call out, and we'll add that to our pending reversal list. There we go. We have our alert set, right? Cool. Oh, sorry guys. No, it still looks like it could be making lower highs. Do you see that? And lower lows. So I'm gonna hold off. I could be completely wrong, which most likely I am, but yeah. Showing signs of a downward pattern now intraday. It's trending below the middle VWAP, so very easy to see that. Still struggling to, right now it's kind of in the reversal stage. It did push up, but again, it's still a little bit too early to tell. Again, what direction is the EMA pointing? It's still kind of horizontal. So I would like the EMA to actually start covering some ground and start moving up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the alert. I'm going to set it a little bit high for when it makes higher highs. And again, we have nothing but time and but margin, right? Wow. Okay, WTI and FRAC, based on their overall recovery, this one would make sense on why it would start to cover. Let's see if it actually does. But I do like the ticker. And I'm going to add it under the pending reversal. And I break down the pending reversal watch list once a week. What's going on, Morgan? What's up, what's up? Okay, amazing call it again, ascending uptrend pattern. I like it. It's just, again, a little bit too early. So again, today's Friday. No confirmation just yet. I would like to wait for a little bit of an overall reversal. So let's, if it's not too much to ask, let's try to focus on stocks that are already actively trending up for today, because these stocks are ones that are great for like Sunday stock talk to bring them up, or for tomorrow, or for next week on Monday or Tuesday as the market opens, right? As of right now, yes, I do see it actively trending up. The volume is a little bit low for my taste, but it just got rejected by the middle VWAP, and the margins aren't that great. So intraday, I see more potential in swing trade, and I would like to wait for a better entry. So best exit for JNUG. Okay, so JNUG definitely pushing up quite a bit today. 20-day, 1 hour, definitely. I would exit as the SMA line. Do you guys see this? SMA line acting as a potential resistance based on previous patterns. It doesn't mean 100% that it has to get rejected, but look at the RSI, look at the MACD, look at the SMA potential resistance. It makes sense. And again, you would have only been able to identify this if you were going through a series of different time frames and have been able to view that as, you know, that's what's so important. And this is something that we covered in the course, to go through all this series of different time frames to see if you can find any indicator that might act as a resistance based on previous patterns. And this is the perfect example. Yeah, and as you guys can see, it's been making lower highs, it's been making lower lows, so this definitely does make sense. So just be aware of that it might be at the resistance. So /GC, let's check out the pattern. It's definitely very oversold though. So that's something that I do find very attractive about /GC. Is that how oversold it is. So it might be time for it to reverse, but there's no confirmation just yet. So I'd still play it safe. But this is, as we could see, JDST is the one that's been very bullish lately, but it's almost showing signs of a peak formation. So this might be time for a potential reversal where JNUG might start to cover and then be the one that's bullish as it reverses. But something that we'll have to wait for a confirmation for. So thank you again, Tristan, for following up with that. So RTRX. Again, amazing call out, still no confirmation. I have this one already in my pending reversals, so we'll just set the alert and set the reminder. RSI, MACD, everything looks good. I would like to, for myself, I would like to wait for the EMA line to be pointing up a little bit more. You guys are doing really good with these call outs again, but some of them are still reversing. Again, this one's more at a support, so more of kind of like buy territory. I do see that, and resistance more around $12, right? So it definitely does make sense. But no confirmation of a reversal. Who knows that this thing can't continue to sell off, right? I want to be patient. I want to make sure. So let's set those alerts and wait for that confirmation. RSI, everything looks good, but the MACD still hasn't started recovering. The RSI still hasn't started recovering. There's no indication of a recovery. Does that make sense? So, yeah. So USLV, so many people have been bringing this up to my attention. There's no indication of a reversal. And I know a lot of you guys like really want to trade it. Guys, so do I. Look at all this margin. But no, there's no indication of a reversal. So if this had nothing, if you did not know anything about this, or you weren't watching this for a long period of time, and you were like an actual like full-on investor and someone was presenting you this, right? Just think what you would think, right? No confirmation, no indication of a reversal. Just be very strict with yourself, right? Wait for confirmation, set the alert, and just put it to the side. Until that alert goes off, forget about it. Easiest way to put it. Because I know a lot of people are just trying to catch it at, you know, the earliest point. Guys, it has so much margin to recover. Let's just be patient. Again, still needs to wait for the reversal. I have this one under my reversal watch list already, if I'm not mistaken. I have it under my general watch list. What the? I don't. We've broken this one down before. I have an alert. Did I just set that? Okay. Okay. Sorry if I missed your guys' ticker. Yeah. Okay. looks a little bit overextended. Could expect a pullback. RDFN. I'm not going to trade this one anymore, so I'm just going to remove it just because it's not relevant to me anymore. And then I want to follow JNEG. I find that to be interesting. What the heck? Okay, sorry. I know that JNEG's super overextended, and I do think that it's going to pull back. But, yeah. Let's check this out then. Okay. All right. Amazing. Colleen, super happy to hear that. Congrats. It's all your hard work, right? I didn't tell you where to buy or where to sell. It was all you. So let's just, again, I think that's one of the most rewarding feelings is like when you actually understand what you're investing in. And I'm super happy to hear that. Strong downward pattern. Yes, it is trying to reverse back up. Yeah, still, do you see this potential indication of a resistance? Not something that I would invest in. Also, the volume is super low. Definitely not in my taste. So I would personally stay away. Kirk, that's just me. It's this downward pattern, very low volume, and big picture, very, very aggressive downward pattern. So thank you again for the call out, though. I need to speed up or something. Downward pattern as of right now, it's right around the SMA indicator, which might act as a resistance. It's just not in good buy territory. I don't like this pattern. I don't find it to be very easy to understand. So because of that, I would have to pass. Okay, so it's showing signs of a reversal. It's in the good buy range. I like that. Watch out for the earnings that it has. It's still quite a while away, right? More than 2 weeks away, but it's reversing back up. SMA line has a potential resistance. I definitely do like it. It's showing signs of an ascending uptrend pattern as long as it continues to respect the EMA. I'm all for it. So congrats on the amazing call out. Okay, SQ showing signs of a bounce pattern. You guys have this locked down 100%. Let's set those alerts, and as long as it continues to respect this reversal, great, and it doesn't make lower lows, great, and that it holds above the SMA, great. Yeah, so I did like it. Would you consider an entry? As of right now, I would not. So, yeah. No, just I do like it, but just not right now. Man, you guys have so many call-outs. Oh. This is like my Discord messages. They don't stop. All right. Overall, set the alert right here. Yeah, pending reversal. We already have this one under the pending reversal. Thank you again for the reminder. I'm going to set an alert if it breaks below. And also for the break above the SMA. Sweet. Yeah, that is correct. Thank you again, Down. My guy, Down. My guy. Okay, so HCC, we've already talked about this one. Yeah, it's showing signs of an uptrend pattern. I think it's a little bit overextended, though. I think it could expect a pullback. Sounds good, Cosmo. Matt, I don't know why your message got rejected. I apologize about that. Amazing. Let's keep it consistent, Brandon. Super happy to hear that. So CAT. This is by Soupy. I wanted to get your guys' name. So Soupy, what is your real name? If it's okay for me to ask. again, pending reversal, I'm going to set an alert 140. Okay, definitely does have some reversal potential. Overall highs around 155. Let's set the alert for the break above this. Here we go. Do you guys see this? Also potential resistance though. So again, not a swing trade as of right now. Let's make sure that we understand that. So I'll follow up with this one in just a bit. Okay, so again, this would be more focused as a day trade. DGAS, regardless if you guys were to get in later or not, I would focus this one as to be a day trade. WTI, where's this at? It's overextended, and because of that, I would focus that to be a day trade. And JDST, I freaking like this one, but I don't like that /GC is so oversold. You know, there's no indication of a reversal, and it's done this potential reversal once before, and then it still sells off. It's just, I'm not going to do it because it's Friday. All right, no more callouts, please, if that's okay. Ricky, you're a machine by cranking out all these callouts in the zone. You're fun to watch. What's going on, Michael? Thank you. Up around 4% on Frac today. Woohoo! What's going on, Vanquish? Super happy to hear that. You're like my dad. He's a business owner. Ring 50 times. You can imagine how he feels after 10 years. So amazing. Shawnee. What's going on, man? Super happy to hear that. Shawnee boy. Ooh. Do we got a mover? No more callouts, please. Last callout is going to be this one. Shot. No more callouts, please. Okay, this one. Rohan. No more callouts, please. Okay, so UAN. Very low volume. Not a huge fan of that, but yes, it is showing signs of an uptrend pattern. Great, I like that, Junie. Thank you again for the friendly reminder. LABU, trying to bounce. Okay. Wow, it's making higher highs. It just looks a little bit overextended. Let's look at the 20-day 1 hour. Okay, definitely has margin to cover. Wow. A little bit more on the oversold side, right? Let's wait for a little bit of a sell-off and see if we can get a bounce. It's been doing pretty good, bouncing in between and scalping from the middle and top view up. Do you guys see this? And not bad, 2% margins, 2.4%. It looks like they're getting bigger. Definitely more on the oversold side though. So, okay, 5-day, 15 minutes, showing signs of potential resistance. That's showing signs of a reversal. Still a little bit more margin left. And, you know, potential sign of overall recovery, right? Biotech, ETF. These are the scary ones. Frack, yeah! No! No! We called this one out! Well, congrats to all those that were able to get in. Watch out for the potential sell potential. This one's still trying to make lower lows. WTI should be pushing up again. Yep. I need to stay more. This is why you need to stay micro focused, because it could be very overwhelming to be focusing on too much, right? I'm just going to focus on doing your guys' call outs, and that's it. 180-day analysis showing signs of a potential reversal. I like that. This is Shopify. Definitely, I really like this overall reversal, and I like the company itself. So, there we go. Overall reversal. Okay, sweet. I like it. Still needs time to reverse, but yes. Thank you, thank you. TDY. Okay, potential bounce again, still pending reversal. We can set our alerts on this one. This one's a little bit of a higher price stock, so might not be very attractive for a lot of people, but let's see how the volume is. Very low volume. Not a huge fan of that. I think there's a lot more or a lot better picks to choose from that offer better volume. Wow, look at this. Again, guys, I said no more callouts, so I'm not going to be breaking down anything else. Oh, someone stole? Oh, sorry about that. It's all good, right? As long as we call it out as a team. No, margin isn't enough. It's less than 0.5%. WTI, showing signs of a peak formation, shows this. SMA line as a resistance. You have to be patient. Okay, I think that's it for today, team. So again, you guys know what it is that I'm watching. So very quick breakdown. Again, let's make sure on like what I'm trying to make sense of. Yes, Diaz is trying to push back up, but I find it to be more in sell territory. I don't find that margin of profit to necessarily be worth it. It's about 1% when the margin of loss is much greater than that. Yes, you can try to capitalize on that, but then the risk that you might run is for a sell-off. Again, it's up to you on what it is that you decide to do. I probably won't end up taking a position. If it really starts to rally and break above $23 and I see the momentum, then that might be something that I consider, but I don't really expect that to happen as it's so on the overbought side on the 20-day 1-hour analysis. You guys is becoming and getting closer to that potential buy territory around $63. We'll see if it gets there. If it does, great. If it doesn't, then let's not force it. WTI showing signs of it being more on the sell territory. You could easily see this by the 5-day analysis, being able to see where it normally peaks out at. This is normally where it bounces at. FRAC, again, same thing with that. It's an oil-based stock. And then LABU, this is more on the 1-day, 1-minute chart, showing signs of an uptrend pattern in between the middle and top VWAP, showing signs of a pending reversal on the 180-day chart. So do see potential in that. And then this one shows more signs for a pullback. JDST shows more signs of a sell-off or a potential reversal. But again, today's Friday. So alrighty, guys. I do want to thank you guys again so much for everything it is that you guys do. I'm super pumped. I'm super happy to see that we're able to end this this week and this month on a green note. Hope you guys absolutely kill it. Direct message me if you guys have any questions. And like always, guys, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy.